Today we will go to a unique pizza shop in Gyeonggi, Gyeonggi-do, South Korea. The pizza shop proprietor is combining two things we love, waffles and pizza. The cook pours the batter mixed with black pepper and other Italian spices into the waffle iron. This waffle dough will be a bit different than the Belgian waffles. It's not as sweet and it's a bit spicier. This waffle batter contains flour, milk, eggs, butter, salt, olive oil, and yeast. It takes only a few minutes for the dough to cook and rise in the waffle iron. Interestingly, waffles have been around for 750 years. When the first blacksmith forged cooking irons with the honeycomb pattern. He was Dutch, so the Netherlands get the credit. The batter was poured into a cast iron pan with corrugated top and bottom and a long handle. It was then pressed together and cooked over an open hearth fire. It is at this time the word for waffles, which comes from the Old French word gaufre, translated to Old English waffle, first began. Once our modern waffles are done, take out the iron and remove any stray pieces to make it even. I hope you save these to feed the birds and the squirrels. Now it is time to add the toppings, which fit right into the nooks and crannies. If you thought this guy let a lot of the batter escape, the original waffle irons were actually dangerous. Most of the batter leaked out when being flipped over a fire, and the hot handle often touched the skin when it slipped with the cooking maneuvers. A new and improved iron was invented in 1869 by Cornelius Swartwout. It could easily be used on a wood-burning stove and had a novel handle for opening, closing, and turning safely. Topping number 1 will be pizza sauce, copious amounts of mozzarella cheese, and a bit of corn. Why corn? Well, most people love corn in Korea, and it goes with almost anything. Lots of pepperoni grouped together are put on top. For the next pizza, the sauce is more tangy, like barbecue sauce. Again, topped with the same cheesy corn mix. More corn this time, and tiny pieces of diced ham. Some fresh sliced peppers, olives, and what is that? Your guess is as good as mine. I believe it's ground pork. This is the bulgogi, or meat lover's pizza, one of my favorites. Next is the combination. Fill the squares with sweet potato paste, a bit of pizza sauce, cheese, ham. Well, it's a little bit of everything we saw put into the other pizzas. These are now baked at 170 degrees Fahrenheit or 75 Celsius for about 5 minutes in the oven, enough for the cheese to melt and the ingredients to merge together. A bit more about waffles. The first electric waffle maker was produced by General Electric in 1919. But it didn't catch on because people preferred the cast iron version, and it was usually passed down in the family for generations. In 1972, the future founder of Nike footwear, Bill Bowerman, wanted the rubber on the soles of athletic shoes to have more of a grip. He was the track coach for the University of Oregon, and he witnessed many unnecessary slips and thought more traction on the bottom would help. He used his wife's waffle iron to make the demo model of these sneakers with highly treaded bottoms to keep their grip. Now back to the restaurant. I love these cute octagon boxes they come in. The pizza is usually served as a takeaway in this establishment, seeing as there are only a few tables to sit and eat. The combination with the sweet potato paste and the meat lover's bulgogi both go for $5 or 6,500 Korean. And the pepperoni is $4.50. It can be reheated in the microwave for later or even frozen. It does look good, the cheese making everything stick together. Maybe use a knife and fork, or even scissors. But hey, if you are in private, go for it by eating it with your hands. Welcome to Spontini Pizza at Sinsa Station, Seoul, South Korea. Their motto is all natural ingredients prepared fresh daily. Today, we will be making a pan pizza, one that you could easily make at home. We will show 4 different toppings, and how this restaurant is able to serve the pizzas within minutes, even when each slice has different toppings. You will see how a pizza is made in a pan, as opposed to throwing dough in the air. spinning it around, then placing it on a wooden peel. To add the sauce, cheese, and toppings, and cooking it in 10 minutes. This method requires more patience and precision. We are starting from scratch with 00, meaning the smallest grain wheat flour. This size will make the dough stretchy and chewy like a pizza should be. Yeast is added to the mixture of warm water to come alive and make the dough rise, so that it's light and airy when cooked. Add warm tap water and have the robot mixer do its work. It almost looks like two hands playing with the dough. This is one way of making pizza dough. The old-fashioned way was to add olive oil, stir it, then knead it with your hands, stretch, and continue kneading. It's quite the workout. Last step, salt is added and leave the dough to let the yeast do their job. Now for the toppings. A block of ham is thinly sliced, piled up, and set aside. This is real ham, not a composite, straight from the rear end of a pig, the ham section. That's a lot of dough. It's sectioned off, weighed to get the same amounts, then rolled into balls. Equal amounts of mozzarella cheese are sliced, stacked, and ready. Each pizza will get that much cheese. That's a lot of cheese. The dough still must be hand-rolled to get it circular and smooth. The chef folds it like he's going to put it in the closet, but then puts it into the large baking pan, unfolding it, and presto! It fits perfectly. A can of tomato puree is opened, then ground more and strained to break up the little pieces of tomato. Sugar is added to this mix, but just a bit. The chef then makes waves back and forth, mixing up the pizza sauce. For pizzas not cooked in a pan, tomato paste is added to make the sauce thicker. Thicker sauce prevents the dough from sopping it up and getting soggy as it cooks. But this pan pizza wants that to happen. Pepperoni is open and sliced lengthwise. Pepperoni differs from salami in that it is softer and has a peppery flavor compared to a spicy salami. Perfectly ripe beefsteak tomatoes are sliced and diced. Basil, garlic, salt, and pepper are crushed and mixed together in a bowl with olive oil. This will be a topping. All the toppings are put in the rack, ready for the customers to come and choose them for their pizza. The sauce is thinly spread over the pan pizza, and oregano is added. Olive oil is floated around the rim, and it will flow along the bottom, and being less dense, rise up into the bottom of the dough. That was the missing ingredient for the pizza dough, oil, because it's added right before cooking in a pan pizza. The oven is set to 450 degrees Fahrenheit or 240 degrees Celsius. And it should take about 10 to 12 minutes for the dough to cook almost completely. As he takes it out, you can see how much thicker the crust has become compared to before. The chef makes sure it slides off the pan and checks to see if it's cooked enough. Nope, gotta put it back in the oven for a few more minutes. While still sizzling hot, add the mozzarella cheese by spiraling it around until it evenly covers the entire top. This chef is not letting even a bit of sauce show through. It only takes a minute for the cheese to melt when heated from above, and it just barely turns brown on top. Now it's a pizza, ready to eat, and it easily slides out of the pan. This establishment even has a machine to cut the pizza into 8 perfectly even slices. I'm one of those people who always goes for the biggest slice when sharing a pizza. I guess I can't do that here. But wait, the delicious toppings must be added. This restaurant sells pizza by the slice or by the entire pie. These 4 pieces were ordered by one table. So the first gets the mixture in olive oil. The second is pepperoni. The third is covered with a slice of ham topped with arugula and Parmesan cheese. And the fourth is a double cheese. Covered in another layer of mozzarella, it is placed back in the oven for a minute, so there is a double layer of cheese. Sizzling cheese pours from the sides, and it joins the block to be served. Each different topping, freshly made to meld with the individual pizza slice. These are only 4 of the toppings. There are more on the menu. The sampler plate with 4 slices costs $7 US, while a whole pie costs $13.50. By the slice, it depends on your choice of topping, but about $2.20. These slices need to be eaten with a fork and knife. You can try picking it up and taking a bite, but this will definitely be humorous for anyone watching you. These look all cheesingly amazing. Which would be your favorite? We hope you liked this video. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe to the channel. Bon appetit!